Bonjour, voici vidéo 9C. Today we will be looking at phrases, clauses, if you will, sentences involving the word si, meaning if, and a condition and a result. So we're calling this si plus the present future, but what we're really talking about is complex or longer sentences where we might say, if it's raining, I will take my umbrella to school. Or if you're hungry, you will eat lunch. That was dumb, but I came up with it off the top of my head, so sorry about that. Or how about if you're hungry, go get a sandwich. Phrases like that where we're saying, we're establishing a certain if, and that's in the present tense. If you're hungry, if it's raining, then what will the result be? I will take my umbrella, that's the future, or perhaps go get a sandwich if you're hungry. So this is what we're looking at today, and let's look at it in French now instead of English. If the si clause, the if statement, is in the present tense, and it is for the most part in French, then you have three choices of what you can put the verb in French in the result clause. Either it could be in the present tense, it could be in the future tense, or you could put it in the imperative and give a command. So let's look at your examples in your book. Oops, sorry. So they give you the example on page 140. S'il pleut demain, je prendrai mon parapluie. The example I gave you. If it rains tomorrow, I will take my umbrella. Pretty straightforward. We would say the exact same thing in the exact same way in French. However, they make the point that sometimes you can talk about what you usually do when a certain condition exists. In this case, the verb of the main clause is in the present tense. And si has the meaning of when. So look at that example in the middle. S'il pleut, je prends mon parapluie. Whenever it rains, I take my umbrella. Certainly the top example with the future is more common, but there are times when you would want to express this second idea, and that's when you would use the present tense. It's also pretty common that you would tell someone what to do if a certain condition exists. And that's the next one. S'il pleut, prends ton parapluie. If it rains, take your umbrella. All right, so here's your little chart. Si clause, result clause. A clause is just a part of a sentence, a phrase. If the si clause is in the present, then you have the choice of the present, the future, or the imperative, depending on what you want to say. You should also note that you don't have to put the si clause first. You can say, I will take my umbrella if it rains tomorrow. You can certainly switch those. All right, let's try an exercise together. This one is only with si and the future. So let's give that a try. Exercice G à la page 141. 141, exercice G. Dans ce cas, que ferez-vous? In this case, what will you do? Using the si clauses given and the suggested elements, create complete sentences using the future tense in the result clause. Modèle, si je me lève tôt, and then you've got je, être, and à l'heure. So if I get up early, I will arrive on time. Actually, the arrive's not there, so let's say I will be on time. Excuse me. I will be on time. Okay? So we've got the s'il fait chaud. We have that phrase, so I will just put up the future verb for you in the second part of the sentence. If it's hot, we will go to the beach, right? So we've got nous irons à la plage. There's your irregular stem for aller. Nous irons à la plage. Numéro 2, si vous passez tout votre temps à la plage, vous êtes bronzé. So, if you pass all of your time, if you spend all of your time at the plage, you will be suntanned. Bronzer here is being used as an adjective. We have had the verb se bronzer, but just be aware here that it's an adjective, so we're going to use être as our verb, vous serez, and then bronzer looks just like it does in the book. Numéro 3, si les élèves écoutent leur professeur, ils apprendront beaucoup. So if they listen to their professor, they will learn a lot. So we've got apprendre, il form. Apprendre just drops the E for the stem. Ils apprendront. O-N-T, right? All right. Si nous avons faim, nous manger quelque chose. We will eat something. If we are hungry, we will eat something. So we've got nous. Manger just stays the same for the stem. And that gives us mangerons, right? Nous mangerons quelque chose. We will eat something. And the last one, si tu as sommeil, tu devoir dormir un peu. If you're tired, literally if you're sleepy, you should sleep a little bit. Let's see, what would we say in English rather than, what could we say in English rather than should? Because should is not the true future, but that's the idea of the sentence here. How about you will have to sleep? Sounds a little awkward. We would just say should. But if you want a true future there, you could say you will have to sleep a little bit. If you're tired, you will have to sleep a little bit. So we need devoir. The stem is irregular. Did you get it? Devra. D-E-V-R is the stem, and then A-S is your ending. And then dormir just stays in the infinitive, right? Oops. You will have to sleep a little bit. Okay? It's really pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, as always, give me a call or email me. Either one is fine. And this concludes 9C. Au revoir.